The free cities under siege? Who would have thought? Orcs. Then let us be rid of them. Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment...
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness?
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, Randalar has been particularly badly affected. None remain free for long, of course. But the army, too, is in disarray.
And you've been looking to buy?
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, so we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. And we believe we have found one. The place was abandoned a long time ago.
And so, we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to...
How could I
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests...
Of course.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Even if I begin right now, I'll be... So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in.
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chadra's Thread, past Lake...
All right.
I'm sure you won't need it. This must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back to Bob. Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was... She'll get upset. I'll explain everything once...
All right. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the...
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing, but we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help.
I'm not sure I do.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has, and they're still expanding. And judging by her reaction earlier,
And you'd rather she didn't.
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from... But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor... I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down.
She loves you.
And I love her, though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson...
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need.
You know what you have to do. Clive, I fear that I must bid... As you know, our time grows short. Before we part, I want you to know that...
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, but is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, but there are those among us who cannot fight. I would place Lostwing in their hands, but a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning... Will you take them to your hideaway?
I will.
Thank you. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Goten's Bales.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. And may Griga guide us.
Everyone. Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for... We owe him our lives. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost Wing no more, and if that's what has to happen, then we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. They don't stand a chance against that thing. They're all gonna fucking die!
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard...
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east.
Promise us, Sid.
Faster! All right.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quinton, are you all right?
No. But I am alive, which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question.
This must be the guard dog. Quinton. I'll hold it off.
But
Your comrades didn't die for nothing. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be run down. If only we'd arrived at... Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven, it was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quinton.
Master Quinton! And so are you. And I hate to say it, but it's Lost Wing.
What? Lost Wing. My Lost Wing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
Don't get surrounded. Quentin! Hold on. We're gonna get you out of here! I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lost Wing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you're only free to so you could get revenge.
I thought you weren't coming back, but I prayed, and you did. Can't we just go back to how it was?
Your work ain't over yet, Master. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we...
Your village may be lost, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
Because we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah. And all our comrades who went with you, they've... Lost Wing weren't just a village.
It was. And as long as we're still here...
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build town. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Clive, just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the... Well, now the rest have come to join him. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay, but we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could, but where would I put 'em? They're just... Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, but there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need, and that's what I was hoping you might help me with.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Club.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there...
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. And they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place, and I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too.
Of course.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since. And then there are the bearers. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is what?
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Few, and rather less, thankfully. The road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with a small force would suffice to clear the village.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic you come to. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon...
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
That's the end of that then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road. Then
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, It might be best to send word for them to come right away.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. It'll take a bit of elbow grease.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here, if you don't mind.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more...
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool lives again.
There you are. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of me own.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to. Sounds like thunder.
You're late. I was starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the merchants' district to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the merchants' district, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
All right, Torgal. Let's find those survivors. They don't stand a chance against those things. They've been routed. They're wearing Waluda armor. happened to the Royal Army? There's nothing but monsters here. Sounded big. Joshua and Jill must be busy. Where the city's leaders gather. There may still be survivors inside. Where are they? slow.
You've caused quite the commotion. But then I would expect no less from you, Muthos.
You again. I don't believe we've been introduced. You were in my family's crypt, and now you're here, with an army of Akashic thralls.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
What?
And they are all that remains in this once raucous city.
You'll pay for what you've done.
As you wish. I confess I have been very much looking forward to this. Pardon me this indulgence, Your Majesty. The vessel shall not be spoiled. I am Sigmund of House Harvard, and you will yield. Or not. As long as you don't hold back.
Nice try.
You will forgive me if my performance seems uninspired. It is just that I expected so much more from our chosen one. Perhaps this will kindle your flame?
What now?
A gift from my liege lord's armory. Gungnir. Watch closely, Muthos. Yes! Yes!
Nice try. To me, boy! I've heard Torgal. To me, boy! This one.
Be still, my beating heart!
Well done.
Get him!
I've heard Torgal. Help.
One is seldom enough.
Would you not agree? Actually, I wouldn't. Nice try.
vessel is strong. My liege.
Clive!
You're all right.
As are you, I see.
We are, yes.
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
It was over before we arrived.
Well, you did what you could. I fear we were all too late. What's wrong?
Nothing. I hope.
Leaving so soon, Mythos?
It's the king.
Indeed. You may kneel before Barnabas Tharm, Warden of Ash and King of Walud.
Get back.
Wild and impetuous. I expected more of the boy who bested my Lord Commander. Yet I see why my master covets you so. The power within you, Mythos. The potential.
Stop calling me Mythos.
But Mythos is everything. The cornerstone of all creation. The Lord's vessel. Your purpose.
My purpose? To surrender my mind and body to that thing.
No, Your Majesty. My purpose is my own. I made a promise to my friends, to my people. And nothing is going to stand in my way.
You would allow this delusion of free will to bar your path to greatness? Truly, your volition is a cancer. One that must be excised.
Try it.
All the rest.
Joshua!
This way! Hurry!
Power beyond reckoning. And they use it as a crutch. Such a waste.
Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gil into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You not mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. Behind here, I wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her icon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But you have an idea.
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself. Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic and the valleys are full of evil? How in... The bandits may be no more, but look what they've left us.
Mummy?
The gentleman of the town guard.
Ready, go?
Yeah!
Don't get surrounded. Thanks, Gal. This might take a while. Something tells me it won't be easily broken. Too slow. Poor beast.
Them of their sin!
You'll regret doing my mother's bidding.
Hold still!
Too slow. Let's try.
You're not leaving.
Too slow. Your work here is done.
Let me tell.
All right.
Them rumours wet legs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so some women lust after blood, others, and to satisfy that lust I sold to opposing armies. But then one day, said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individual.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so, and all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm... Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find... And that's when he had me. And the rest, as they say, a dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest damn. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to. Clive. Go on, then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here.
What do you want? Should last you a good while. No scratches, all right? Not bad, if I do say so myself. You can thank me later. Not my best work, but it'll do. You can thank me later. Anything else?
If it's knowledge you seek.
Cole said it was an army of Akashic.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with Akashic in the valleys of...
How may I help you today, Clive? Here you are. All yours. All done?
Clive? But if you're here, where the hell is everyone else? Don't tell me.
They're all right. But it's a long story.
You lot don't do things by halves, do you? Well, at least everyone's still breathing. Now, as for these writings, I'm sorry to say, Clive, but if you had those, you'd be...
Sitting under a pile of rubble, I know.
But we were able to save a few bits and pieces from the ruins, most of which ended up being used to build this place. The more personal items we gave to the next of kin. In the case of Sid's things, that would have been mid.
Then I'll check the workshop.
if Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking. What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these. I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. But what would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
Well, did you find anything?
Possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12? And she surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think...
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Off.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken. Except when it isn't. See?
And you had nothing to do with this?
Nope, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all, so we pressed all the buttons. Like... See?
All too well. All right, out of the way.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah. There.
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah, new music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left?
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No. We're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed. Much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back. Though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you bring back to the yard?
Vaguely. Is something wrong?
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards to take root. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe I have a solution.
I can't wait to hear it.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards. Morbles are possessed of a highly choleric temperament. I believe that by grafting a Morble vine to a Morganbeard, the endeavor, I assure you, is scientifically sound.
And all you need is a single vine.
That is correct. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the...
Our time...
Well, I shan't keep you any longer.
Sid! Heard you were in Canver fetching young Ned.
Miss Shirley.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Speaking of which, I'm actually a bit...
worried about him. And you want my advice?
Afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn. Try as I might, I can't for the life of me work out what could have got him upset like that. And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to...
Cheers, Clark.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right. I'll meet you by the forge, then.
She can't get... Glory to Griga. There you are.
What's happened?
Tyre's busy working herself into an early grave. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary. Will you talk to her?
I know better than to order Tyre to do anything.
Thank you.
Well, Tyre, Rodriguez worried about you. We all admire your dedication, but...
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears,
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy.
You wouldn't, Tyre. There must be something we can do for him.
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness we can offer. You do well to remember that, Rodriguez.
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. I can make the draft if...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom weeping. Bring me one of their eyes. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready.
Thank you, Clive.
Cole said it was an army of Akasha.
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Ain't you got better things to do?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring...
It was the ring. It brought back some unhappy memories.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind, Black.
And sometimes it doesn't.
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring he flashed was the work of the apprentice together.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Think the ring brought it all back. Bastards improved, though.
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe.
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even after.
So what?
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village forge. My armor keeps you lot safe, and as far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the... Because the curse breakers deserve better than second best, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of Sultan.
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once, swallow your pride and focus all your energies on the task at hand, keeping the curse breakers armed, and provided you can do that, you'll hear no...
What'd you say, Blackthorn? It's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is, then?
In Dravost, my old village.
Dravost, eh? That rings a bell. Just north of the fields of Carava. Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravost as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get cold feet.
Good luck with that. Ready, go? Definitely anything but...
The free cities under sea.
Run like the wind. This might take a while. Straight home now. Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders. No one's allowed in without his say-so. Not that I'd have let you in anyway. I suggest you go home.
That's what I'm trying to do, you little prick. Ain't changed a bit, have you?
No. It isn't. Black...
Long time no see, eh?
What the hell are you doing here?
Well, it was meant to be a surprise. I'm here to see Zoltan, you...
All right. Just... don't go starting anything.
Yeah, I promise I won't throw the first punch. That good enough for you?
Go on then.
Much obliged.
So this is Dravozd. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on ham. Clive, you're good with...
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river of bad blood between me and the... But if someone can build me a bridge...
All right. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it. He'll be near the fort.
Forge on the hill.
Good luck. You'll be needing it.
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't melt butter!
Pardon the intrusion.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. You're not welcome here.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you.
Yes.
He's waiting. Down by the gate.
Then I suggest you take him with you.
Didn't you apprentice together?
So what? Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bare as flames are next to bloody use.
We're never going to be able to fire up the forges unless we can find some new crystal.
I'm a busy man, as you can see, so do me a favor and piss off. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, that prick knows exactly where the exit is. He's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Let me guess. Zoltan told you to piss off.
As a personal...
Well, at least he didn't beat about the bush.
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, we need to know. What turned the village against you?
I left. There are two kinds of smiths in this world. My kind, who are in it for the love of the craft, who labour on a single piece from dawn to dusk, and the other kind, who are in it for different reasons. People like Zoltan, whose work is quick and cheap. The kind of smiths who shit out a few hundred blades reap. There wasn't a single day we weren't at each other's, and bit by bit, people started taking some. You would have torn Dravozd in half had it gone on. So...
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have been. His way of doing things kept food on people's table until the crystals run out at any rate.
It depends on how you look at it, though. There's got to be other ways of making fire.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, yeah, he saw all of this coming. New crystals were the problem, not the solution.
You know what I mean, though, right? Where there's a... What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I... Clive. Dravozd won't last long without its furnace, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it, it's your decision to make.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for her, and you'd be throwing it away.
All right, this place was your home. I won't abandon it to its fate. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only ever a matter of time before we shared them. Let this. Dravost will show the world that it's possible.
When you put it that way, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak from beyond the grave.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans, then?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two, would you, August? And I've got a job for you, too. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us.
It's time for a spot of hunting, then.
Faster!
Be safe. Let's make this quick, shall we? No mistakes. I dare say that would be enough.
What's this all about, then?
Don't know. Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. You know what this means? I do, yeah?
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. You saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit coal cinders. After you left, I spent years trying to... That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hot. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied, since the day I became chief. I spent every spare moment trying to match up to the bastard. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. But he took all his talent, and is it any wonder I hate
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day and all that. These things take time. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye.
So would I.
I reckon he's going to be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us?
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Rodrigo could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls.
Stay down! It's over.
Hopefully one will be enough. Rodrigo will have prepared the other ingredients. Gentlemen, I see you both made it home in one piece.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you. Everyone except Zoltan has.
Oh, but that reminds me.
Pick old Cinder. How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, there's no greater honor for a smith than... I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan. And if that helps save even a single... What was it you said he called me? Sounds like I better get to work.
It's good to see you back on foot.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, well...
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. It's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what'll it be? That it? Fine.
He's a surly sucker.
Sid, I, can't help but notice that you're
Here.
What an amazing specimen. When? It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance.
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Thank goodness you're back.
Is this what you needed?
Yes, it is. Thank you, Clive. I'm loath to give a patient Alicia, but a single dose dulls even the most agonizing pain, and all other sensation with it. It may be a gentle way to die, but it is death nonetheless. I wish there was another way.
How are you feeling?
Light.
Good. Just relax. Let the waves carry you to a better place.
Thank you, Daya. I'm so proud of you.
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigo. And you, Clive.
I'll see that he's properly laid.
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. I was still a child when they shipped, but in such blighted lands, I was next to useless. Until he took...
An art we would be lost without.
Tears of mercy were his gift.
And a kindness Sid would have approved of.
You know as well as I what life is like. A commander may care nothing for the bearer spent in his service. But mine, I've no tears left, Clive. I've seen too much. Something needs to change. And we need to be...
And we will.
I hope so.
Clive. My dad had it all worked out.
He'd be proud of you, Mid. His writings may have helped, but this achievement is all yours. Can we catch them?
The Aina is one of the largest, fastest vessels ever built. And it won't help she has the wind at her back. Any other ship would be hard-pressed to keep pace with her, let alone reel her in. But this isn't any other ship. This is the Enterprise! And the world's never seen anything like my dad's engine.
It certainly hasn't.
Clive, what do you know of Barnabas Tharm?
Only what the bards sing. That he sailed to Ash from southern lands. That it was his mastery of the blade which won him the throne. And that his sword, Odin's sword, can sever the very threads of creation. But don't lose any sleep over a last tilt. We'll do what we must to survive.
What we must.
The light! I thought this cove was meant to be hidden.
Mid! Company!
Eh?
We'll hold them off until the ship is ready. But hurry!
Bollocks! All hands! Man your stations!
Everyone with me? Here they come!
I'll take care of these fuckers. Behind you! I'll have you know, Earthbreaker here once struck fear into the heart of every man in the cliffs.
About that offer, Cav?
How are we doing, mate?
I thought you said that ship was fast!
Once it gets going, well, that takes time. So if you fancy giving us a push, you're in the old second chance.
Oh? I haven't felt this alive in 20 summers. Come on, then! Which of you lot fancies meeting Oga Killer Death?
Don't let the clappers you can. We're else to pay, and I'll be damned if I'm going first.
That was easy enough.
All right, you lousy lot. Get your horses on board. She's ready to sail.
You heard the captain.
Clive?
But I thought he was...
Confounded. Then it is as I feared. Sleipnir is no man, but a creation of Odin.
Phoenix's fiery fundament. Have you no normal enemies?
Up for another round?
Of course we are. Right, Lord Rosfield?
My boy, there was a time people called me the Executioner. Always in my eyes. No matter, heads will roll all the same.
Mate, new plan! You leave, we follow!
Follow? Swimming, are you? Oh, bugger me! Weigh anchor! Engine's dead slow ahead!
Have care, my friends. 'Tis not blood that runs through an Odin's veins. These foes will not fall easily, but they will fall.
Like oaks before a woodman. Good thing I brought one!
Nice try.
How long are we meant to keep this up?
As long as it takes. Unless you have a better idea.
Well, I've already killed at least 5 of the bastards.
Fuck it!
Let's do the lot!
What do you want?
That's quite a mess you've made. And wholly unnecessary. You are my offering to Mythos. I would not see you damaged.
Now back to your stations! Every bell spent treading water puts another league between us and the galleon.
I don't suppose Mid has a spare engine? Since you rose from the grave, my fortunes have plummeted. Are you absolutely certain of this quest of yours, Clive? The foes you face are as terrible as they are numerous.
Aye. And they'd have us live and die on their terms, which should answer your question.
Ah. You have that same stubborn look as your father did when he set his mind to something. On the battlefield, I am but a single axe. A deadly one, mind, but a single one nonetheless. Yet what you require is 1,000, and I believe my old friend in Brandalar can provide them. Take care, Clive. I have many more tales of your father's exploits to share. And I cannot very well do that if you're dead. Again.
Good luck, Uncle. And may fair winds attend you.
As for you, Joshua, take care.
I shall do my best, Uncle.
Farewell, my nephews. When next you see me, it shall be with an army at my back. Cheerio! Oh, yeah. Do keep up, my boy.
Well, we can't have him showing us up now, can we?
We would never hear the end of it.
Greek of mercy. All this. What have I done?
My lord. between here and Waloed, but any ship heading north has to round Zemeckis and put through the Narrow. Maintain our current bearing north-northeast, and we'll catch the Black Galleon before she vanishes again.
What's to prevent her from circling around Ash from the south?
With these winds in those waters, it'd taken forever and a fortnight to reach Stonehenge.
Mid knows what she's talking about, Clive. Better than any of us lot, anyway. I say we do as she tells.
Sails on the horizon.
She's ours. Look alive, boys! Full ahead! And keep those furnaces fed!
Aye, aye! Do you feel that, Jill?
All hands! Battle stations! Let's see what this girl can do.
Where one leads, so does the other follow. The bond of consciousness which joins them condemning both to the same fate. Yet my every attempt to strike it from their hearts serves only to tighten its hold. Fascinating. But then, there is naught my blade cannot sever.
Great Grigos, gosh!
Barnabas.
Hard a port! Heads down, you brutes! And brace for impact!
It's now or never. I'll find her.
Bloody hell! Hard a starboard!
boss. Only
Sword of stone!
Jill!
You came.
Get back!
Clive, how did you...
I'll explain later. Hands! Can you walk?
Out of here I can.
stand still!
Phoenix. Are you not the dominant of fire? I see naught before me but a guttering flame.
In earnest, then.
Can you go on?
I think so. But to where?
What did you do to Joshua?
The Phoenix? Oh, I expect he will survive. This consciousness in which you coil your feeble souls is grown thick with desperation. And thus has my master turned to my blade. The world will soon be painted in black. and all that live shall gather in death's autumn wake.
Not if we remove the cause of this misery. Not if we destroy the last of the Mother Crystals and restore balance to the world.
Come. Do you truly think it's so simple? The Blight is inevitable. Not even the Almighty might stop its endless march. Your efforts will avail us naught. Naught, that is, but suffering. You must embrace the truth, Mythos. Accept your place with the Lord.
Keep it. As long as there's a chance, there's a choice.
Ever led astray by your blind resolve.
Now, it is time you learn the inevitability of your divine fate. However much it may hurt.
Get as far away as you can.
Clive, no.
Trust me, Jill.
We don't have to do this.
Oh, but we do. If only to remind you of your duty.
Nice try.
Rise, Mythos. In the short time since our last meeting, you have grown much. Yet as a vessel, I fear my lord will still find you lacking. All this fire and fury, and for what? Stopping the light. A foolish notion fed to you by a foolish man.
How dare you?
You know naught of this world or of our place in it. If our fates were so easily rewritten, we would all be gods.
Slow. To me, boy.
I have seen enough. If reason cannot sway you, there are other means of persuasion that might.
Cast off and shit. Fire and flame!
You will assume the mantle you've been given. And thus is the light of hope severed. You would yield so soon.
Never.
Clive!
Do you not see? Your iron will weighs you down, dragging you ever further from your purpose.
And what is my purpose?
Mythos. Who are we? What are the dominants? The breath of the Creator still warm on our lips. We carry his light that we might guide the masses in his name. We are but mighty acts of God.
We are more than that.
You would be nothing without what he has granted you. The power we wield is his, and yet every time we draw upon it, it wears away at our very being. It breaks us. It unmakes us, that its immaculate aspect might reveal itself. The icon. It is too much for even his chosen few. Apart from you, Mythos, you wield the might of many, yet your body does not answer for its avarice.
What are you saying?
What I am saying is that we dominants are a means to an end. We were created for you, that you might drink deep of our strength and thereby fulfill your divine purpose.
Which is?
To feed. As you would know, could you only look beyond the walls of your prison of self-regard. As long as you choose to ignore this, you shall never penetrate my defenses. Still, you may take solace in the fact that you are not alone in your plight. The chains of volition shackle all of mankind, but there is yet cause to rejoice. For the Lord, in his mercy, has taken pity on his flawed creations, and shall see them restored to their proper forms.
And what exactly would that be?
Why, loyal servants to God.
No.
Manners, Lord Rossfield? They are men, like you and me. Albeit ones unburdened by the wills that drive our kind to madness. They are pure. They are divine.
You mean to turn everyone Akashic?
Not turn, Mythos. Turn back. For too long has mankind been led astray by their clamorous wills. It is time they return to a world of quiet equality, where they might once more know salvation.
Salvation! And abandon everything we hold dear!
We don't need your salvation. We'll save ourselves, and we'll do it on our own terms. Not yours, and not your gods.
With every defiant expression of your will, the tighter the chains of consciousness become. But perhaps that fact may be put to use.
Clive!
The faster it binds you to the remaining dominance, the stronger your hunger will become. Until it leads you back to the only answer there ever was. Mayhap not by the path my master intended, but back all the same.
Ash is not far. I could freeze a path.
You're in no fit state.
Probably not, but I can try. Don't look back!
Hope the others are safe.
The Enterprise was clear of the gap when we fell. They made it, Jill. And they will have seen the ice, where it led. We need only wait till dawn. This is the second time Barnabas has bested me. I'm powerless against him.
And maybe there really is nothing else for it but to give yourself to his master. Only you won't do that. The Clive I know would never do that.
So you believe? But do you really know me? If what Barnabas said was true, then I'm more monster than man. And each time I summon the flames from within, I burn away the things that make me who I am.
Do you, though? Think of what you've used that power for. Of all the people you've saved. It doesn't matter how or by whom it was granted, only how you choose to use it. And you've chosen to use it for good, haven't you?
I've also used it to kill. What if that's my purpose? What if it's all I'm good for?
You're still that same boy I grew up with. Always so eager to save everyone around you, and yet always so alone. Because you failed to realize the one thing that needed saving most of all. You, Clive. You. You never once took the time to save yourself.
Myself. I think I might be beyond saving.
No one is beyond saving, provided they want to be saved. You fight to survive. And you survive so that you may protect those you love. It's what you do. What you've always done. And I know you're not about to change. So I'm going to help you. To give you what you need to protect us all.
Jill. Are you sure? If this is what you want, then...
Don't worry, Clive. It is. This burden, I'll give you the strength to bear it alone.
But I'm not alone. These burdens I carry, my sins, my pain, my sorrow, I see now that they are all a part of me. pledge my life to those I love. And I will gladly bear your burdens too, until my last breath.
Clive.
I promise you, Jill. We will find a way to escape this fate. Find a way to save each other. That we might one day look upon the moon again, together.
And I promise you, Clive, that I will be there, no matter what you must become.
I know. I never thought a smile could bring me so much joy.
What of Barnabas? Do we pursue him?
No. Our paths will cross again soon enough. Whether we like it or not. Besides, there is something we must do first.
Of course. Drake's spine. The last Mother Crystal.
The Einherja is at the bottom of the sea. Waloed won't dare move on Storm without her. But they know we're coming now. We'll need a plan. And a damn good one at that.
Then let's go home and find one. Ash will have to wait.